King Ahab told his wife Jezebel everything that Elijah had done and how he had put all the prophets of Baal to death. She sent a message to Elijah, "May the God strike me dead if by this time tomorrow I don't do the same thing to you that you did to the prophets." Elijah was afraid and fled for his life. He took his servant and went to Beersheba in Judah. Leaving the servant there, Elijah walked a whole day into the wilderness. He stopped and sat down in the shade of a tree and wished he would die. "It's too much, Lord," he prayed. "Take away my life. I might as well be dead." He lay down under the tree and fell asleep. Suddenly an angel touched him and said, "Wake up and eat." He looked around and saw a loaf of bread and a jar of water near his head. He ate and drank and lay down again. The Lord's angel returned and woke him up a second time, saying, "Get up and eat, or the journey will be too much for you." Elijah got up, ate and drank, and the food gave him enough strength to walk 40 days to Sinai, the holy mountain. There he went into a cave to spend the night. Suddenly the Lord spoke to him, "Elijah, what are you doing here?" He answered, "Lord God Almighty, I have always served you, you alone. But the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you, torn down your altars, and killed all your prophets. I am the only one left, and they are trying to kill me. Go out and stand before me on top of the mountain," the Lord said to him. Then the Lord passed by and sent a furious wind that split the hills and shattered the rocks. But the Lord was not in the wind. The wind stopped blowing, and then there was an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake there was a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire there was the soft whisper of a voice. When Elijah heard it, he covered his face with his cloak and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. A voice said to him, "Elijah, what are you doing here?" He answered, "Lord God Almighty, I have always served you, you alone. But the people of Israel have broken their covenant with you, torn down your altars, and killed all your prophets. I am the only one left, and they are trying to kill me." The Lord said, "Return to the wilderness near Damascus. Then enter the city and anoint Hazael as king of Syria. Anoint Jehu, son of Nimshi, as king of Israel. And anoint Elisha, son of Shaphat, from Abel Meholah, to succeed you as prophet. Anyone who escapes being put to death by Hazael will be killed by Jehu, and anyone who escapes Jehu will be killed by Elisha. Yet I will leave 7,000 people alive in Israel, all those who are loyal to me and have not bowed to Baal or kissed his idol."
Well, here we are, this third session in this series where we're exploring our mission as churches in wholeness and healing. And Neil has just been reflecting on the story of Elijah. And Carla, let's just think about Elijah's experience. He'd had this massive high. He had defeated the enemies, the prophets of Baal, and the drought had finished, the rain was falling. Then he gets threatened and he basically runs away. It sounds like he kind of had, as Neil said, a complete breakdown. What's your thought on this?
Well, listening to Neil makes me, the word overwhelmed comes to mind. And, you know, in my many years of being a counselor, people do get overwhelmed. We are not aware of it. I know when a person is not just maybe they are bereaved, it may also at the same time they have lost their job. They know that maybe a father is suffering from cancer, a child has got autism, a whole mixture of, and then the person involved in all this, having all this happening around them, tries so hard to make sense of it all, and tries so hard to be there for all the other people. But you cannot give out without actually giving yourself something back.
Some space.
You know,
yes.
you're like pressure cooker, you run on dry, you know.
Yeah,
And you know, pressure cookers, back in fashion again, they, you know, when they run on dry, they explode. And it's for that is for people, they try and they are so busy trying to sort everything out. So when they come for counseling, they'll tell you, I cannot go on any further.
And that seems to be the point that Elijah arrives at. And what I love about the story is it's so human, and you can feel it. And he goes off on his own. He says, I'm done. I want to die. And God affords him the space. Very practical stuff. Food.
Yeah.
And you can just get that. This isn't miraculous in that sense, in the sense we're perhaps used to thinking about that word, but it really does give Elijah that space. It's
space that, when a person comes so distressed and so feeling so hopeless, the alarm bells ring, and so in the story it is, God gives him food, and I turn that into nurture. So the person in question has been trying to nurture everybody else, but has totally neglected themselves.
Right.
So
it's about self-care then.
The counselling becomes a nurturing. So let us see what can be done. Where is where is a help? Whatever that we talk about it, how can we nurture this person? So and relaxation, whatever works for that person.
And for Elijah, what's so lovely is that God says, look, actually, we've had this space, you are back, you've been restored. So I now want you to go back to what you were doing, but I also want you will recognize Elisha, who will take over eventually from you. So it's not the end. There's hope. And God has listened and knows what Elijah's been through. It's a beautiful story.
It is a beautiful story, because what we do in counselling is just exactly that.
Yeah.
To say, you have been doing this all by yourself.
Yeah.
So let us look, where is there actually either help available or other people, and it's not a weakness to share the responsibility, and also to look at life and to say, there's certain things you can actually step back from and let other people do it, and making it a much more manageable way of helping his family.
A lovely, lovely window to be looking at this idea of healing through wholeness and nurture, as you say. Thank you so much.